I'm going to say this: if the relationship between you and the current country that you are right now is toxic, like you don't really see any future again in that country that you are right now, then my own advice is relocate. Like 40 years, 50 years is never too late. See, like there is no age. See, don't let us put a factor, especially age factor, in relocation, because as a 40 years of age, as a 50 years of age, you already have something upstairs. Like you're not relocating to start as an entry level, person. If you are in an educational line, if you're in a business line, you already have something to, like, you are matured. As a 40 years of age, as a 50 years of age, you are matured upstairs, and that is what this country needs. I'm an engineer right here in Canada, and I can tell you that with this, my age and everything, I'm the youngest among my colleague. Like, I'm the youngest among my colleagues. But I always look at it like, hey, those guys, they are 55 years, they are 60 years, they are still working hard and they are making money. Like, Western country don't care about age. Like, that is just it. Let's just be fat. Most people say, no, don't come in your 40, don't come in your 50. Like, I just feel like maybe, I don't know, like maybe there are ways of thinking, but Western, see, there are so many Canadians 80 years working. If you go to most of these Canada Post, some other cashiers in most organizations here, they are old women of 70, 80 years still working. This country is built for you to work, and if you have the capacity to work, if you love working, definitely come to the Western world. You will be paid, like you will see value to what you're doing. That's, it's different from back home, whereby you work, at the end of the day, nothing to show off. So now, and as someone in trade here in this country, you see lot of, I think I'm old. Like, I think, okay, is when I go into trade, I was like, I'll be the oldest among them, because I just felt like, hey, it's too late and all that. But when you go into it, and when I started and I got employed, I find out that I'm the youngest. Like, people always look down to me like, you're the youngest, you still have so many things to do, you still have this, you still have that and all that. And I'm going to tell you, when relocating, come with a plan. This is not even for the 40s, for anything. It's for anybody relocating from one country to another. Go with a plan. And as a 40 years, if you're a businessman and you want to come, maybe you want to relocate to Canada or anywhere, get every certification. If you're an office person, look for that certification that match up to what you're doing. It's as simple as that. People, like, this country, they don't care about your education. Like, people always be like, maybe I have to have so many degrees. They don't, even in their country, like, people that go to school, that that went to university, that have degrees, BSc and everything, they don't ask for degree here. They only care about certification. Like, recognize, they believe certification will shows who you are, than going to school. So if you are, let's say you're a banker and you want to move to, this is not about just Canada, this is not about any Western world. Get a certification that shows that you are truly a banker and you know something upstairs internationally. Look for a certification that match up with what you do. As an accountant, look for any certification. As a business person, look for any recognized certification that match up to your line of work, because that will take you more, like that will push you ahead of others than, you know, looking for an entry level job. So now, if you are even trade person, look for any certification that match up with your trade. And that is just it, because we are like they recognize certification than any other thing. And when relocating, we don't just relocate with okay, I just want to relocate because I'm tired of my country. Relocate with a plan. Relocate with, look for the province that match up with what you're doing. Like, okay, maybe for example, if you're someone that you know, that is into the health care sector, you know, you can come to Alberta in Canada, because Alberta pays more to the health worker. You know, if you're someone that's love trade, like into trade, you know, you can come to Alberta, or you can go to Saskatoon or Ontario. If you're someone that is into, you know, office job, you know, banking, accounting and all that, you know, look for any location that match up. See, one thing about abroad is that there are some locations that will not favor some kind of work. Accountant, you know, a business person, British Columbia is there, Montreal is there, you know, and that is just it. Don't let us, I'm going to say, don't let us not be selfish on some of the things we're doing. You are not relocating just because of yourself, but because of those children, you know, those, your family. You are setting another plan for them, and at the end of the day, you will be remembered for the person that changed their direction. A lot of things is going on back home. Insecurity, you know, the inflation. I'll say it. I'm from Nigeria, and I'll say it. A lot of rich men back home that become broke are not broke because they spend lavishly or because they don't have a plan, but the country kills them due to, you know, stupid policy, due to government not having a plan for its citizen, and some other things. There are so many. At least we all know, as in Nigeria, we definitely know someone that maybe in the last 5 years, you know, last 10 years, this person has money, like is rich and all that, but right now there's nothing. You know, you just be like, hey, what is happening? Like, what happened to this person? It's not that the person is, you know, spend his money lavishly or doesn't have that plan for himself, for him or herself, but because of government stupid policy and all that. Look at some of our pensioners. You know, after working 30 years, 40 years, nothing to show for. It's not as if they are not collecting pension, but how much? Like, check the rate, you know, check, maybe collecting 100,000 in this age and time when petrol is around maybe 700 or 800. You know, there's nothing to show for. You know, most people retired broke and unhealthy and sick. The best time to relocate is now. I'm gonna say it. The best. Don't let anyone discourage you that you are too old to relocate. The best time to relocate is now. Relocate with a valid reason, with a valid paper. Don't relocate then start all struggling. Don't relocate then start looking for people to to beg and all that. Relocate with a plan, relocate with a valid work permit, with a valid permanent resident, with a valid paper, so that you'll be a cover to your family, to your friends, to people. When you relocate with a valid paper, no matter the age that you are, there are so many benefits you will gain from the government, from people. People will not look down on you, because these abroad, they look down on people. You'll be like, oh, your visitor's visa, looking for an LMI job, well, there's nothing, nobody want to associate with you. It's the same thing is happening in UK, the same thing is happening here. No one wants to associate. Like, oh, it doesn't, there's no way I can help you, there's no way. It's not saying they don't want to help, but they don't even have nothing to help with. Like, there's, you just have to look for an LMI job. And where can you find an LMI job in this age and time? Nowhere. And it's the same thing. Relocate because of your family. Relocate because of your unborn generation. There are so many advantages, so many benefits living in this country. I don't want to start. This is not a video to start mentioning. There are so many benefits that you cannot get back home. Relocate because of your health. At least you will know a retired person back home that is sick and broke after working for the government. At the end of the day, at the end of the 30 years or 35 years, he or she now from one hospital to the other, and is not even free. Here, everybody is free. Like, you have free healthcare to everyone. Free healthcare without paying nothing. So if that is one of the reasons to relocate, like, hey, at least when I'm 60, I'm in 40 year now, I'm 40 right now. If I can push myself to work for like 20 years, do something for myself with those money I'm saying, by 60, by 70 years, when the body starts, going down or going up, I don't want to use a negative word, there's free healthcare for me. I don't need to start, people will not start donating for me for something, for health issues and all that. So if that is one of the reasons to relocate, healthcare reason, there's free healthcare, there are free benefits. There are so many reasons, and I'm going to tell you, do it now. Do not let anyone to discourage you. That is just it. Don't let anyone discourage you. The best time to do it, and there should never be an age limit in relocation. There should never be an age limit in relocation. Like, you can relocate anytime you feel like it's the best time for you. And as someone in his 40 years, in his 50 years, you are needed here based on your experience, based on what you have. This country doesn't care about your age. They will never even ask of your age during interview. They only cares about what you have to offer. If you have something to offer, go for it. So yeah, I think I have to end this video. So if you have any question or you have any comment, go ahead and drop as a comment below. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.